Hi everyone. So today's video is just going to be a little chit chat. I have a lot of random things to talk about. I have a couple reveals and yeah, we'll just get right into it. So as I think quite a few of you know, I live in Canada. And so in Canada we have Canadian Netflix, which I think is different than American Netflix. It used to be very different, but I'm not quite sure how different it is now. But anyways, there is this show on Netflix called Amazing Interiors, and I just don't know if it's also on American Netflix, but I have been obsessed with that show lately. It is amazing to me. I absolutely love it. It's just people who live in like normal everyday houses, but when you go in, either like their whole house is like themed and just it's amazing, or they have like a theme room and it just it's amazing. I absolutely love that show. There's only one season of it and I've watched through it like 800 times. And I really want them to add more because it's so fascinating. But I love that show so much because it really got me thinking, and I always wanted to have like my handbag museum. So I was like, oh, I can slowly turn my whole house into a handbag museum. So that's one reason why I really like that show. It shows you what you can do with your house that you wouldn't actually think is possible. One of my favorite episodes is about a guy, and he has like, I think it's a 2-story or 3-story like house. It's in the UK, and then there's like an unfinished ground level kind of, I guess you'd call it a basement, but it's like dirt floors, and you know, that's what it looks like when they first move in. And then he puts in flooring and turns it into like a sci-fi museum, and I absolutely love it. I love it. I want a handbag museum, and maybe I can have one in my own house. So anyways, that's why I love that show, is it gives me lots of ideas about how I can live in a handbag museum and just, it's okay. It's not crazy or weird. But yeah, so slowly I've been putting some of my like bags that I just keep for like collection purposes around the house. So I have one like framed, and then I have a couple Juicy Coutures, you know, like the old school ones that I have on a shelf. And yeah, so I like to slowly now add bags more into my decor, which I'm loving, and my husband doesn't seem to care, so yay! But anyways, that kind of ramble brings me to one of my first reveals. I know I'm supposed to be on my bag ban, but one of my reveals I bought purely for the collection purposes of it, and it's like rare, and I love it. And then the second one I got was it was such an amazing deal. I couldn't say no to it. So anyways, without further ado, my first little reveal is Dooney & Bourke. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen these bags, but now we're going to talk about them more. So I will welcome to my collection the Dooney & Bourke Hayden Clutch. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but Dooney & Bourke partnered up with Hayden Panettiere. I'm pretty sure that's how you say her name. I think it was in 2009, but don't quote me on the year, but I'm pretty sure that's when it was. But she designed this clutch, and then she also designed like a patent leather, like bigger tote for them. But I adore this clutch. Like, look at it. It's beautiful. In my research of this bag as well, the lion, which is on here, because she wanted something about herself, so she's a Leo, so she put the lion head on it. But this lion's head is supposed to be plated in 24 karat gold, from what I learned in my research. And then the gold trim is 18 karat gold something, I don't know. It's very fancy. But yeah, this baby popped up at my favorite local consignment store, and yeah, I thought on it for a while, and then I went in there one day and was looking, and I was like, yeah, I need this in my collection. So I picked this baby up. It's actually like, it's big for a clutch, like bigger, you can hold everything in it. It's got quite a nice width on the bottom. I also would love that it has a slip pocket on the back, because slip pockets on the back are like the greatest features on bags. I love them. And then the lion part, it just closes with a magnetic snap, and yeah, then it's just, I have socks stuffed in it right now because it was kind of squished when I got it, and I'm trying to puff it back up. But yeah, I mean, it would hold absolutely everything. And I just love it. And it's in really good condition for being almost 10 years old as well. So that is my first new addition to my Purely collection. I don't know how often I would even use this bag as a clutch because I don't really event it up that much. But yeah, it's just stunning and I like to look at it and I think it is the perfect addition to my collection. So that is the Dooney & Hayden clutch. And my last new addition to my collection I picked up last Thursday. This is a bag that came out 2 years ago now, I believe. The silhouette has since been discontinued. It is a Coach bag, and I was looking at it in a smaller version at the Coach store on Boxing Day, the last one when I got my Rogue and my Swagger, but I ended up going with those two bags instead. But this gorgeous little bag, which is the Coach Mercer satchel, and I believe this is in the size 30, popped up on my local Facebook buy and sell for $40. $40, and it is in like brand new condition. So I couldn't turn this down. I like messaged her right away. I'm like, can you please, I want this. And I went and picked it up last Thursday, and I love the Mercer. I didn't know how well this bag would work for me, so I was really glad I could find it for such a steal. And I love the color. I only have one purple bag in my collection, and it's like a deep mulberry kind of purple. It's my Longchamp and it's patent. So I didn't really have any like purple, true purple kind of bags. This color really, really reminds me of Rebecca Minkoff's deep purple from like years and years ago. I did have a 5-zip Mac in that color forever ago, but I sold it just because it was heavy. It just didn't work out for me. But oh, this bag is amazing. I love it. So it's got the gorgeous pebbled leather throughout. It has just, I know in all of my Coach review videos lately I've been saying their attention to detail is just amazing. And it's so true with every bag of theirs that I get lately. So this bag, every single grommet, every single piece of hardware has Coach embossed. Embossed? What's it called when it's on metal? Not embossed. Stamped. Has Coach stamped, or I guess engraved, you could say, in everything. So every little rivet, this little turn closure, even like on the little clasp, turn lock clasp. Let's get closer, then I can show you. So even right there on the little turn lock, it says Coach stamped in it. On every single grommet, it has Coach embossed going around it. On all of the rings, it says Coach on the inside there. The attention to detail on Coach's bags lately is just, it's phenomenal. And whenever I carry their bags lately too, people are like, oh my God, I love that. What is it? And they're still all floored when I say, oh, it's Coach. So I just, it's amazing. I love it. So it's just a basic satchel silhouette. So one of my favorite details on this bag too is the little corners here and on the back. So it's got like this fancy corner, and it really, really reminds me of an old book when they used to have like the gilded gold edges on the front and stuff. It just, oh, I love it. That's what it reminds me of. So that is just a stunning feature. And then it has the two rolled handles. It also comes with a shoulder strap, and then the shoulder strap clips on to two rings on the inside of the bag here. One thing I really didn't know if I would like about this bag is that to get into it, you always have to undo or close up the little turn lock here. But I actually don't find it that annoying. I don't find that it really gets in the way. It opens and closes really easily, and it's really easy to also like line up the leather strap on the go when your hands are full, so that's nice as well. It just, I thought it might be annoying, but it turns out it is not. So you could also just kind of tuck it in behind if you didn't want to be constantly fiddling with it, but I like my bags to be done up and looking proper, so that's just a personal preference. So in the front right behind that, there is a slip pocket. So I love it. I love outside slip pockets. especially ones that are like, it's not obvious that this is a pocket at all. And I didn't actually even know there was a pocket there until I got the bag and was playing with it. So I love it, the secret pocket of it. The back has a similar look, but there is no pocket back here. And then the inside is very compartmentalized. I still have clothes stuffed in it just because I'm not using her right now, so I'm keeping it stuffed. But it has the middle zipper pocket and then 2 slip compartments, because they're pretty big, on either side, and then on the one slip compartment wall is a zipper pocket, and then on the other side of the bag is 2 slip pockets for like a cell phone or whatever you want to put in your slip pockets. So yeah, that's basically it. It is just, there's really not much on YouTube about the Mercer bag, but it's amazing. The Mercer also has these 2 leather dog tags. One has Coach embossed. One has Coach embossed in the leather, and the other one is just plain. So I heard I could just take it into the Coach store, and then I could get like my initials or one of those little pictures or something embossed on it. So I haven't done that yet, but I really want to, because I'd love to add a bit more personalization to this bag. I love it. And the color is such a good color for all year round. I love this shade of purple. And one more little detail I like is when you are in the bag and you have to zip up this middle compartment, there are those little loops on the side. Now I know what those loops are for, thanks to my Dunionberg Zip, and I forget who it was, but someone told me what the loops were for. And so this bag has the same loops. So it has just the 2, a loop on this side and a loop on this side, and you can just hang on to those to zip up the bag, and oh, it works so well. This is an amazing bag. I'm really sad Coach stopped making them actually, but yeah. So I had to pick this one up because it was such a steal of a deal. And yeah, that is my last new addition. I'm not going to say until Boxing Day because clearly I have no self-control. So those are my 2 new additions to my collection, as well as what I want to do in terms of a handbag museum, because honestly probably opening an actual handbag museum isn't probably something that's going to happen anytime soon. But if I can showcase my bags throughout my home, that makes me happy. Plus then I get to see them all the time, and they're not just hiding up in my room alone. But maybe I'll just put some clips at the end here of what I am doing around my house in terms of showcasing my collection pieces. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! So for examples on my amazing interiors attempt with my handbags, this is the Bulga butterfly bag in the large hobo size. This is one of the first designer bags I ever purchased. I absolutely adore this bag. It is stunning. The leather is amazing. And I didn't use it anymore, so I figured I could put it on the wall and then I can look at it and it's still in my collection, but I don't feel bad because I'm not using it because I get to see it all the time. So it's just on a hook. I don't know if you can see, but I just put a hook in the wall, and then this frame is just a really big frame that I got from my husband's grandma. And the frame actually has navy blue in it, which is fantastic because the bag is navy blue. So the matching of that really worked out really well. But yeah, so that is my first amazing interiors attempt at handbag museuming. And so my last little showcase of handbags in my home. I only have really the 2 things right now, but it's a work in progress. So as soon as you walk in my front door, you see this shelf. And then there's the painting above it. But I did just have like some random tchotchkes and stuff on the shelf, but I don't know. I didn't, it wasn't sentimental. It wasn't that awesome. So I took those down and I put up my Juicy Couture bags. I still love Juicy Couture. Just the old school velour bags. They really remind me of Popples. If you're a child from the 80s and you remember Popples, let me know. But I just love the fun colors and the smushy velour, and yeah, so the very, very first bag I ever bought that really got me into handbags is that little black bowler right there. And then the purple one my mom actually got for me at a thrift store, and yeah, they make me really happy. So that's all I have around my house for my handbag showcasing so far. But if you enjoyed seeing that, I can keep you posted on anything else I do with regards to displaying my handbags, the collection pieces anyways, around my house. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.